as a youth, teenager, adult, was you saw black people every day, so you was happy about that. You saw folks that understood your culture.
How was it living in Maryland?
It's nice.
Yeah. What you like the most about the place?
I mean, I've been born and raised there, so it's I'm used to it.
Right.
But other than that, I would love to live in another country or another city.
Yeah.
The difference is the activities and things that have been placed in the city is not geared towards the black population. It's geared towards whomever. You know, just not. It's just not the black population. Ghana gives you a mixture. It depends on where you grew up at in life, and what type of upbringing you had, or what you've seen. So I actually think this was probably my best trip that I've taken anywhere.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to the Royal Kingdom Estate platform. I always say if you see the setup, then it means we're about to dive into some interesting, thrilling, and wonderful conversations. And per usual, I have two stunning human beings seated beside me right here at the Royal Kingdom Estate head office. I've met them before. We've had some interactions. They were actually with us on the tour that we organized very recently, and it was such an amazing day, and I'm elated to have the opportunity to speak to them, get to know who they are, people, where they come from, and their journey to the motherland. So, ladies and gentlemen, all together, let's all warmly welcome Anthony and Tremere to the platform. Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome once again. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
Okay, wonderful. This is your second time here at the office.
Yes.
The first time, what was your impression? Let me start with Tremere.
First time, it was amazing. Just amazing just to see, our folk really doing the thing as far as real estate.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's amazing. And Anthony?
It's a well set up office. I noticed that everyone in here is professional. Everyone is professionally dressed. Everyone has a professional demeanor and attitude. And everyone is here to give us the information that we need.
Yeah. So we like to take a trip down memory lane, get to know where our guests are from. So I want to know, where were you born?
Well, I was born in Maryland, United States of America in Maryland.
I was born in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital.
Okay. How was it living in Maryland?
It's nice.
Yeah. What you like the most about the place?
I mean, I've been born and raised there, so it's I'm used to it.
Right.
But other than that, I would love to live in another country or another city.
Yeah. Okay. And how is Washington?
Washington is great. Washington, D.C. years ago was considered Chocolate City because of the large African-American black population.
Right.
That's no more. It's a city that has been gentrified. So there is no longer the dominance of black African Americans in DC. There's still a large portion, and still a great amount of folks living there, but it is a chocolate city. So growing up in Chocolate City as a youth, teenager, adult, you saw black people every day, so you was happy about that. You saw folks that understood your culture. So
yeah. What was the distinct difference that you would say when it used to be the chocolate city and now that it's not really well dominated by black people anymore?
Well, it's the difference is the activities and things that have been placed in the city is not geared towards the black population. It's geared towards whomever. Just not. It's just not the black population. I mean, there are still things to do, of course, but it's not what it was years ago.
Yeah, understood. Is this your first time in Ghana for both of you?
Yes.
The first time? What prompted your decision to take the trip down here?
I was talking to Regina, Portia's mom, and she was telling me that Portia comes here a lot. And I told Regina, I said, well, next time Portia goes, please let us know, because we've always had Ghana on our bucket list to come.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe a few weeks later, she called and said, "Oh, Portia going back in February." And I told my husband, and he was like, "Oh, make it happen. We're going."
Oh, it was that easy, pretty straightforward.
Yes.
And you agreed as soon as she told you.
Oh yeah, I had already told her that was on the list. I had picked Portia up from a trip somewhere else. I have a transportation business
Okay.
in the DMV, which is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So I had picked Portia up and her family, her mom, coming from a trip, and I mentioned to Portia, you know, I hear you go to Ghana a lot. Just let us know about the next trip.
Yeah.
So that's how it pretty much came about. I don't know if they knew we were serious. Pretty much told Portia in that vehicle when I was dropping her off that I was interested in going or coming to Ghana. And again, I'm not sure whether they thought we were serious, but once it came about, my wife started looking for flights, and we were good to go.
I see.
Just had, you know, just trying to find the right flight for the time period in which Portia would be here. So it was great to have her along here because she knows the country.
Right.
She knows it a lot better than we do. She's been here a million times, so she took us around. Yeah. She had a guide, someone that was able to show us different things and knew the culture even better than her. So it was the right time to come, the right itinerary. We were in the right places at the right time.
Right. I am quite interested to know, before I come to that, what do you do in you live in Maryland?
Yes, we both.
You both. Okay, so what do you do?
I work for the federal government. I work for the Department of Education, federal student aid.
Oh, do you like that?
I love my job.
That's amazing. So like educating, impacting others and all of that.
Well, yeah, I fund the campus-based program, which is federal funding that we give to colleges and universities all around.
Yeah. So, that's interesting. Yeah. I love that. And how is it running your own transportation business out there?
It has its challenges, but we've been in business since 2019, so we're doing something right.
Okay.
To be able to last this long. I'm a retired police officer in the District of Columbia, so I did 30 years in the police department. Okay. And immediately after retiring, well, actually right before I retired, I started the transportation business so that I can start building clientele.
Was that the plan all along, or when you were almost retiring, you're like, okay, I need to find another source of income? Exactly.
And 100% the plan. Started the business in 2019, retired in 2020. So about a year after we started the business, I retired. I also currently work for Congress. I work for a congresswoman. Okay. So I'm a busy person.
You have your hands full, for sure. I see, that's wonderful. Now, coming back to your transition to Ghana, how was the flights for the both of you?
Long, very long. But the one thing that I know I'm not going to do when I go back home, because we leave this evening tonight, I stayed seated the whole entire time.
So, the whole time?
Yes.
You did not get up?
No, I did not.
Oh.
So, of course, once I got up and get off the plane, my body was aching. He kept telling me, you need to get up and go walk around. But I don't know why I didn't want to get up. But other than that,
it was smooth. Yeah. I'm glad.
My longest flight.
Yeah. Okay. And Anthony?
Definitely the longest flight I've ever taken in my life. But it was better than expected. I was having some reservations about taking a 9-hour flight coming here. But I slept. I watched a little TV. Right. And the next thing I know, we were landing. So
when
it
you
went
got
pretty
here,
smooth.
what was the first thing that hit you? What was your first impression of Ghana?
Airport, I was like,
the heat.
Nah, I think she's right. The heat.
We got on the I was like, I had to start taking clothes off.
Yeah. The airport was it was small, which I recognized the workers. A lot of folks willing to help to assist with luggage. So
that wasn't bad.
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm glad. But the heat, though.
The heat, right. As soon as we got off, I was like, oh, I had on a scarf and had this on, and I was like, stop.
Oh my days. But you've gotten the time to explore Ghana very, very well. You've tried some foods too.
Oh, a lot of food.
Are there any favorites in there?
All of them.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
The only thing is your food is just so spicy.
It is.
Even when I said a little spice,
it went a long way.
It still was spicy.
It was spicy.
But it was great. I enjoyed everything.
Yeah.
Trying different foods.
Okay. I like that. Anthony?
Yeah, foods were great. Not a particular favorite. I did enjoy, I would say, as a beverage, I enjoyed the fresh pineapple juice that we had at our hotel. So, and the pineapple and ginger shots.
Okay.
Which I've had in the States too, but they were pretty good here.
It was different.
So
it's more organic down here.
Exactly, no doubt, 100%.
One item that I can say is my favorite. It was like the spinach.
Okay.
What is it called? The
Which one?
We had it at lunch on the bus.
Watch it.
No,
wait, spinach?
It was like
the rice with the consomme stew.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It looks like spinach though, but it's not spinach. Is it plasma sauce or plama sauce?
Halaba sauce.
Halaba sauce.
Right.
That's it.
Because it's consomme for sure.
That's it right there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that's interesting. A lot of people can't decipher the texture when it comes to some of our foods, but I'm glad that you like that, right? Yeah. I like that. And now coming down to your relationship with Royal Kingdom Estate, I know because of the tour, you were able to see all of our developments.
Yes.
Your first-hand opinion on everything that you saw on the tour.
It was amazing because you all took us around to all the different places that was 4 lots, and then the my favorite was the future.
The future, okay.
I'm a visual person, so just basically looking at a plot, I'm like, oh, okay, this is just land.
Right.
But I have to see the vision of it. But other than that, everything was great.
That makes sense. I understand your perspective, and hopefully you invest in the future because it's going to be good. Yes, yeah? When it's ready, I'll share the details with you. Anthony?
I was impressed with the future, but I guess I'm trying to figure out what do I want to invest in.
Right.
I came in the door thinking the future, but I'm sitting here now thinking land. So it's whatever is feasible or can fit into our budget is what we will, consider to invest in. So, but if I had all the money in the world, the future would probably be first, and then I would do land. Okay. But, considering all things considered, I should say, I would think that the land will be a good idea, and then maybe the future or something at some other point.
Right. And speaking of our residential plots, you guys lived in a car. I mean, you're leaving tonight, but let's say you're living in a car the whole time that you're here, and then we took you to the eastern part of Ghana. You felt the weather, you saw the scenery, the greenery. You see how calm-paced it is. So I want to ask you, would you choose to live in a car, or would you consider stepping out? Close proximity, but someplace like Ibri and the developments that we have.
Me personally, I would like to live. What was the name you said?
Eastern region, Ibri.
Yeah, Eastern region.
Right. Yeah. You like Ibri?
Because I like the scenery. I just, the comfort of just being home, and not really city like all the time.
Makes sense.
And a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think Accra seems to be maybe overpopulated.
Right.
You can see that as you navigate down the streets, past the numerous markets, all of the citizens and folks that actually live here transversing through the streets and everything. You can tell that it's just a bit crowded. So I think of Buri. Is that what it's called? Avery? Okay.
Yeah.
I think Avery just outside of Accra would be great because it's still not that far. I mean, it's not far off. So.
And with all the developments that you saw, those could be your ideal homes at some point. You could consider them.
Yeah.
So do they consider a breed like the suburbs, kind of like?
Let's call it a countryside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is perfect because it's very close to the capital. So you can do business in the capital and then live somewhere like a breed. And it's very convenient when you drive because you can drive in and out. Less than 40 minutes. You're in, you're out, you do your business, then you go back to your peace and quiet. You know, that's why it works for a lot of people. And I'm glad that you like that spot as well. I'm looking forward to selling you guys an acre or two. You can come in, build your future. But is relocation in the conversation for you guys? You did mention that you'd like to live somewhere else.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Or have homes in both
Multiple.
United States.
Yeah. Right.
And Ghana would be nice.
Yes. Okay. Anthony, do you share her vision?
Yeah. I would like to. Could I see myself actually residing in Ghana? Mm-hmm. Yes. Because I don't really need the hustle and bustle of a major city. Right. You know what I mean? I've had that, lived that, worked that, all of the stuff. So I could actually see myself residing in a place like Ghana. We still have family in the United States, and all of our family ain't gonna be able to come over here. So it would have to be. I can see myself spending half of my year here and maybe going back home to visit family and, to do what else. I also can see myself starting a business here. That's one of the things that I'm looking at.
Exactly.
I've had several conversations with people involved in regarding transportation, I should say. And they told me the best month is December. If I can get a couple of vehicles down here in December, they said I might be
December
rich,
is very busy in Ghana, that's for sure.
So I just got a couple more questions and things about that, but I could definitely see myself starting a business here.
That's good. And I like the fact that you guys are actually considering that, because the main push factor for a lot of people when they're looking to relocate is, okay, can I replicate my business here? Like, is the economy suitable for my ideas? Will I make my money's worth? So to hear you say that, okay, you're actually taking the steps, making an effort to learn about the transfer system and potentially bring your business down here. That's just pleasant, really.
Oh, I've spoken with the concierge at the hotel who seems to know a whole lot about it. His name was Richard at Kempinski. Shout out to Richard.
Shout out to Richard.
And I've spoken with John, who has been our guy with Portia. Different conversations about transportation. And they both seem to think that, December will be a good month. Right. That I could do well because we have luxury vehicles. We have like Cadillac Escalades. Okay. And, that's what we do. So we're used to driving important people, high profile folks. Right. So that's kind of what we do. But both said during that month, there are a lot of visitors and high profile folks that visit Ghana in December. So they think and I've only seen one Escalade since I've been here. I saw one at the hotel.
Exactly. So you identify opportunities and you tap in.
Looks just like mine. I mean, just like I have 3. Okay. So So we talked about that. Me and my wife haven't talked about what that would look like as far as getting a vehicle down here. But I don't know. The driving is a little crazy, so I would be worried about my truck. Here? No.
I'm good.
No.
What don't you like about Ghanaians and driving?
Drive too close.
There are not many lights.
Accidents. No stoplights. I need some kind of organization.
But it did seem that the traffic patterns outside of Accra
it's calmer.
It's better. Right. I did notice that. Yeah. Am I right?
Okay. You're right. And I think a lot of people will agree with you on that.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
They just driving.
Accra is a different place. It's a completely different universe on its own.
I closed my eyes a couple times.
It was a little dangerous.
But nothing happened, you see. You have to live here for a certain period to get accustomed to the way people behave on the road.
Right. So I asked another one of Portia's associates about the drive, and he said, it looks like we drive crazy, but we're careful. That's what he said. Yeah. And I have not seen one accident, and I don't understand why. No accidents down here. I haven't seen any.
It's telepathy for real. You can sense that the other driver is gonna do something
Yeah,
foolish.
I'm telling you.
So you swear before you get close to them.
It's a lot of blowing the horns, which I like. I'm like, what is he blowing for now? But I see it's kind of a notification thing to alert the person that's either coming towards you, alongside you, or whatever. So
we honk a lot.
Y'all the honkingest horn people I ever seen in my life.
Oh my god!
But it works.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
I guess we'll learn it one day.
I'm not driving here.
You too?
No way.
Come on. When she said no, I had hope that you might.
No, I probably would like to try it. But,
the next time you come, you should
be very nervous.
Yeah. Just drive through La Paz. You will love it.
I probably would just stop in the middle of the road. And, she is about to set us up. I can feel it already.
And then people probably blow the horn and cuss at us and everything because we don't know. They can probably look at us and be like, they don't know what they're doing.
I'll just get in the car to start blowing the horn. So that means I'm coming.
Oh my goodness. No, but I'm very happy that your stay has been productive, first and foremost, and you have navigated the scenes of Ghana, Accra specifically. Maybe next time you come, you can go to other places, explore more. Next year.
What are your suggested other places?
Oh, go to the Volta region.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful scenery. You would like it.
I was actually, to be honest, I was actually happy with everything I've seen here.
Yeah.
Ghana gives you a mixture. It depends on where you grew up at in life, and what type of upbringing you had or what you've seen. So I actually think this was probably my best trip that I've taken anywhere. And that has more to do with visiting the dungeons, the slave stuff I actually learned. I bought a CD, a flash drive so I can, it's more of a learning experience for me. So I didn't really consider this a vacation. Folks was asking, you going on vacation? Nah, not really. It's more of a mission, or more of a learning situation. Yeah. I don't even think it was I'm not even calling it a vacation. So when I come back, I probably wouldn't call it a vacation then, because that's not really what I was here for.
Yeah, home. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Beautiful. What? The weather, everything. I'm glad. Next time you come, we will have a lot of on our itinerary, especially to show you. Maybe by the time you come, the future will be, higher. You can take a tour. We'll show you everything that we've got. Okay?
Yeah. You think maybe you can give me one of those units free?
Free?
Yes.
Free? I can't even present that because it'll be like, get out.
Let's do a trial.
I was just playing, man.
A trial weekend?
A trial week. No, trial week.
That's fine. That's fine. I think
we
can talk about it. We're all about conversation. We'll talk about it for sure. All right. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. You guys have been wonderful. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this conversation as much as I have, because it's been truly amazing, very fun and inspiring also. If you're thinking of visiting the motherland to experience everything that we've shared, you definitely have to. And while you're down here, contact Royal Kingdom Estates. We'll show you everything that we have on our extensive catalog. Do follow, share, like, subscribe. You can send us a DM on social media. We're always available to reply to you. We have plots that are selling, starting price of 100,000 Ghana cedis. Come in, join the family. Stay tuned. We'll be back to give you more amazing and thrilling conversations like these. Peace out.